Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Sid. I like making videos about math, programming, productivity, books, and a bunch of other things. And today, we're going to be talking about books. So I bought some books. I bought 6 books before I go off to college next week because I am bored. Haven't been reading for a while. I didn't really read much last month, or at least I didn't read anything new. I just read a bunch of books that I already had, which is fine. But I wanted to read something new, and I made some money, so I decided to waste it on buying some books when libraries are free. Anyways, let's talk about the books that I got. So usually when I'm looking for a new book, I'll go the sci-fi fantasy route, get something high fantasy like Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson, or just like read sci-fi from wherever, or read a murder mystery of some sort, and you can see kind of books in the background that are related to those topics. But this time around, I decided to go a different route. I decided to be a little bit more intellectual. Yeah, I got some philosophy books, some classic literature, and also Murakami, which people have said is really good, and I wanted to try out. So let's walk through what I got. First off, we got The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus, one of the most influential philosophical texts of the 20th century. The Myth of Sisyphus, featured here in a standalone edition, is a crucial exposition of existentialist thought. Given that I can't pronounce that word, you can probably figure out that I'm not the smartest person in the room. Influenced by works such as Don Juan and the novels of Franz Kafka, the essay presents a meditation on suicide, the question of living or not living in a universe devoid of order or meaning. With lyric eloquence, Albert Camus brilliantly posits a way out of despair, reaffirming the value of personal existence and the possibility of life lived with dignity and authenticity. I'm currently about halfway through the book, and it's weird to call like a philosophical text fun to read because it's not really fun to read, but I am enjoying the process of reading it. It's really well written. I mean, he got the Nobel Prize in Literature, so of course he's going to write something well. Of course, it was originally written in French. Albert Camus, born in Algeria, I think, and I don't know, super well written. I'm liking some of the ideas put forth so far in the book, and maybe I'll make a video about it when I'm done, but I probably won't. Alright, moving on to the next book, we have Kurt Vonnegut's The Sirens of Titan. First of all, really nice cover. I love all of like the Kurt Vonnegut covers that are published by Dial Press. Even Cat's Cradle looks really nice. Slaughterhouse 5 looks really nice. I haven't read this Kurt Vonnegut book yet, although I love his writing. I actually bought this because Thomas Frank recommended it on his channel, and the blurb says that The Sirens of Titan is an outrageous romp through space, time, and morality. The richest, most depraved man on Earth, Malachi Constant, is offered a chance to take a space journey to distant worlds with a beautiful woman at his side. Of course, there's a catch to the invitation, and a prophetic vision about the purpose of human life that only Vonnegut has the courage to tell. I like that. I love Vonnegut. I love sci-fi. I love space, and I think I'm going to enjoy the book. So, again, let you guys know what I think of it in my What I Read in August and July video that'll come out in like September. Alright. Next up, we have the first of Murakami's works that I got, Kafka on the Shore. This is what I'll read first, by Murakami, and this is very critically acclaimed. If you like been on like BookTube or just really read about books for a while, you know that Murakami's work is critically acclaimed, and Kafka on the Shore is no exception. The blurb says, Kafka tomorrow runs away from home at 15 under the shadow of his father's dark prophecy. The aging Nakata, tracker of lost cats, who never recovered from a bizarre childhood affliction, finds his pleasantly simplified life suddenly turned upside down. As their parallel odysseys unravel, cats converse with people, fish tumble from the sky, a ghost-like pimp deploys a hedgehog-spouting girl of the night, a forest harbors soldiers apparently unaged since World War II, there's a savage killing, but the identity of both victim and killer is a riddle, one of many which combine to create an elegant and dreamlike masterpiece. So Murakami, I think, is praised by a lot of people for his magical realism, and since I'm a big fantasy nerd, I think I'm going to enjoy his work, especially because it's said to be really beautifully written, and just be a great time because he's great at world building, and there's nothing I love more than somebody that knows how to build a good world. That's why Brandon Sanderson is the GOAT for me in terms of fantasy. Alright, next up we have a collection of stories by Haruki Murakami. I butchered his name so hard. Haruki Murakami, called PersonSingular, and I don't know anything about the book except that it's a collection of short stories and because there is a monkey on the cover, there's probably something to do with the monkey. And I like monkeys. Again, I'll let you guys know how it goes in my What I've Read in August video that'll come out sometime later. And if you actually want to see the progress that I'm making on this book, then I'll leave a link to my Storygraph account in the description down below. I don't use Goodreads anymore. Alright, moving on. We got Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I don't know. I'm not even going to try and put on a fake accent. I'm very bad at pronouncing names sometimes. But again, classic literature. The Russians, they like writing about sad things. And I don't know. You can see the font. Pretty small, big pages, lots of words. I like big books. Over there, lots of big books. Can't lie about them. Anyways, I think I'll enjoy it. I usually like depressing books, and it's the only type of depressing medium that I can consume. I can't watch anything depressing. I just can't stomach it. But if a book is depressing, I'm all for it. But if it's a TV show or movie, cannot do it. Can only watch comedies. Alright, anyways, tangent aside, Crime and Punishment, it's a classic. Everybody knows it exists. I don't know how many people have read it, but I'm hoping to become better than you because you probably haven't read it. Next up, the next book that I bought is The Trial by Franz Kafka. Again, look at the cover. Very, very nice cover. So you got 10 normal blue eyes, and you got this little outsider guy just watching. And The Trial is the terrifying tale of Joseph K., a respectable bank officer who is suddenly and inexplicably arrested and must defend himself against a charge about which he can get no information. Whether read as an existential tale, a parable, or a prophecy of the excesses of modern bureaucracy wedded to the madness of totalitarianism, The Trial has resonated with chilling truth for generations of readers. Now, The Trial and The Myth of Sisyphus, I think will go pretty well together, especially after I read The Myth of Sisyphus and after I've read The Trial, because the end of this book has an essay, like an appendix by Camus, where he talks about the absurd in Kafka, and I think that'll be a really interesting thing to know. All of these books are very, critically acclaimed. I think I'm going to enjoy reading most of them, and then after I'm done with these for the month, I'll go back to my regularly scheduled nonsense of reading fantasy books with dragons, magic, and a bunch of other things. And hopefully, I'll also continue working my way through the classics of like 20th century and late 19th century literature. That's all I really have to say about these books. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see me talk more about books, even though I have pretty limited knowledge, I'm kidding, I know something about books, then hit that like button, subscribe. If you have any suggestions for books, leave them in the comments down below, or join my Discord server and send them in there. Again, link in the description, or at me on Twitter, @SidCodes, or just DM me on Instagram. All links to all those in the descriptions. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.